This is Girls Night Out, the podcast.
Hey, it's rolling.
It's rolling. It's rolling?
Yep.
Go for it. Hey, welcome to episode 81 of Girls Night Out. And
Manolis, you were saying about the Keanu Reeves video?
yeah, so I was just on Facebook and I saw this thing. Someone posted Keanu Reeves. Is that how you say his name?
I don't know. I don't even know how to spell his name.
Yeah, it's Keanu Reeves.
Is he Canadian?
Yep.
Really?
I thought so. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I hear that. I
Yeah,
keep
he
hearing
is.
that he's Canadian.
He's from like a suburb of Toronto. I don't remember what it is.
So someone like sneakily was video recording him, like they've had his iPhone low, I guess you could tell, and you can tell that he didn't know he was being filmed. Let it go, dude.
I'm sorry. I try.
That's okay.
I thought I could close like that one.
They have to have the weight from the microphone in it.
All right. I apologize.
It's okay.
You're pulling a Kramer.
So he didn't know he was being filmed.
Obviously, you can just tell by the angle of the camera, and you know. And weird, like when you watch it, you kind of feel like, oh, this is. I almost feel sorry for him, like because that's the life they have sometimes. These celebrities.
Yeah, everyone's just staring at them.
Yeah, he's just taking a fucking subway. And
Yeah.
you can tell he's just like, I'm taking this. I'm going home. I guess. I think he bought some broccoli. Maybe, who knows?
I'm surprised he even took the subway.
Yeah, I
He
was going to
broke.
say that. Yeah.
Well, before I saw this video, I heard that he's like very, he's very known for using public transit a lot.
Just a regular.
He likes to live his life as a regular person,
That's cool.
which
Yeah.
makes sense because he is a regular person.
Yeah. I guess, is it hard though sometimes? Like,
Oh, I don't.
You
I
know?
think he's done it for so long that I think a lot of people get. I think probably in New York. I think people. I'm sure he gets bugged a bit, but I'm sure he's like.
maybe there's like celebrity routes or something like that.
Well, I'm sure.
They have a special run.
Or just like, it's known that celebrities frequent that, so it's not a big deal anymore. It's like, being on, what the fuck is that? Fashion District in L.A.
I know a girl that talked to Keanu Reeves in the park in New York City. What's that famous park? I guess.
Central Perk?
Yeah.
Is it? All
No,
right.
that's the Central Park is the thing. Central Perk was from Friends. I made a Friends reference. I didn't even watch the show. Let's just move on.
I
From
thought
that.
you just
we should edit
messed up the
that.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't laugh.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I didn't even laugh because the show wasn't even funny. So
Yeah.
It was a groundbreaking show.
Yeah, it
when you
was.
talk bad about Friends.
So, I know a girl that like saw him in the park, and he was just in there reading a book, and she like talked to him for like 20 minutes.
really?
Wow.
Yeah, this is like, but this story that I'm telling you, this is like, she told me the story like from 10. This is probably 15 years ago,
So when he was in Bill and Ted's,
something like that. When he's,
he probably just did something like pretty big.
yeah, well, yeah.
That's cool.
So, what the fuck? Who's people? All right,
It was me. Anthony Jenkins.
So anyways, yeah. So videotaping him, and all of a sudden, all the seats are taken. This lady comes in, and she is like right there beside him, and he looks at her. He's like, "Hey, do you want my seat?" She's like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'd love to." And he just gets up, and she takes the seat, and so he gives up the seat for this lady.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, I was like, that's what, I want to see more videos like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to see everybody fights and getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're watching a video that the person isn't aware is being filmed, you're expecting him to just
Here we go.
be an asshole or punch his wife in the face or something like
Yeah.
that. Rice. That's great.
Yeah.
And did anybody applaud or anything?
No one knew it was him.
Nobody knew it was him.
No, because not
Because
that I
it's
caught.
him.
Like, the person taping. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Did she even realize?
no.
Do you think she even had a
This
moment
woman
like,
doesn't-
holy shit?
She'll know now because the videotape went all over the internet. But no, she didn't know. No one knew. I think but everybody's like, oh my God, Keanu Reeves he's a gentleman. But the other side of it is, if he wasn't famous, he should be doing that anyways.
Yeah.
So, but it was still nice that a famous dude is being
Yeah.
a good guy.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was trying to think something else from that story. I can't even think.
Is he a terrible actor? I only
He's
ever hear him
known to be
referenced
now,
as a.
yeah.
Oh, I know this girl. I'll figure that out in a second. But he, this girl, I posted it, and some girl goes, "That's great that he did that, but he's not the A-list actor that he used to be."
Jesus Christ.
Like something like that. Like so, it's not that big of a deal because he's not like super famous.
That's
something like
hilarious.
It would be
Pitt
more.
would have done it too.
What's that?
Brad Pitt would have done it too.
Yeah, it would have been more important if Brad Pitt done it because he's famous,
Yeah.
or something like her point. I thought that was the oddest fucking
Yeah.
like
That
statement
doesn't
someone
make
could
any-
wite under. But all I could think is, I'm sure I wanted to say I
Relax,
didn't want
lady.
to. Well, I didn't want to get mean. I didn't want to start a thing. So fuck, I hate that bullshit.
Yeah.
But I thought I wanted to say something like, oh, if you said those same words to Keanu Reeves, I'm sure he'd still give his seat up to you too. Like,
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm not as famous as I used to be, but do you want my seat?
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
But is he a good actor?
I've heard he's not, but I also don't really follow his career that often. When I was at Humber, my acting coach, all he ever talked about was how he coached Keanu Reeves for like 2 years. He's like, yeah, like I coached him. I got him Bill and Ted. It's like, yeah, he got it because he looked like he was stoned all the time, and he probably was.
Yeah,
Back
but
then.
why
Yeah.
would I don't give a shit, but knowing what he must have known about Keanu Reeves and what people think, why would you go around like telling people that all the time?
I have no idea. Probably because he's not even really that great of an acting coach himself. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was a total asshole. He fucking hated my guts.
This was at the Humber Comedy School.
Yeah.
He probably was aware that you weren't buying his shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
and I was more into it for the stand-up portion. He's like, if you want to have an act, you have to know how to act. That's why it's called an act. I'm like,
Oh,
dude,
that's fantastic.
fucking relax. Like
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here like paying attention to your fucking lessons.
Well, they have to convince you that like they just scammed you for so much money.
Yeah.
They make you think like, no, this is a real thing.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck did I
You were-
pay money for?
you're working with the likes of the coach of Keanu Reeves from 10 years ago.
That comedy legend.
Yeah.
What? How do they convince people to do it? Do they advertise at all, or just?
I think they
pull
advertise
your-
it, but everybody they have an audition process. I think you have
Yeah.
like you're auditioning for Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Except if
you're
you
auditioning to pay a lot of money.
Yep.
yeah. So if the check clears, the audition went well.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't on my audition. Everybody got in. I think they just make you think that you're auditioning for it because they want people to talk about it. And then essentially what I think they did was because they broke up all the groups of kids into different classes. So like there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think they just try to gauge who's going to be like work well with who. And they just group everyone off.
I think it's not the worst idea if you are completely green and you really want to do stand up and you have money to throw away. If you're rich and have money to throw away,
Yeah.
then I think it's not a bad idea.
It's a lot of class clowns though, which is the
Yeah.
annoying part of it. I couldn't talk to most of my
Everybody
classmates.
gets in. Like I mean, not every majority of the people get in at some point. Thinks like, oh, I made the audition because they're young. They don't know any better, right?
Yeah, and especially if they don't know anything about stand-up.
yeah,
because
I'm
nobody
def-
tells you about stand-up. You
Right.
just kind of gotta.
They're
do it.
destined. They're destined to be famous. They think.
Yeah,
Dude, a lot of my classmates thought that as soon as they were done, they're like, yeah, so I guess I should just like go apply at Comedy Network. Like they're gonna hire me for something. I'll probably get a TV show soon.
And
is
then,
that what they all want? A TV show?
A lot of them, yeah.
but then what happens is after that, it's like, what happens is like maybe 1/4 of all the students ends up sticking. Like I've seen so many people take those courses
Yeah.
through the years, and I've seen them around trying to break into the scene, and majority of them fade away. Majority of
Yeah.
them stop doing stand up altogether.
Yeah, and then the quarter, or it's probably even smaller than a quarter, but like some of them were actually genuinely really good. And
But the ones that were really, really good didn't need to take the course.
Yeah, and then
No.
they use those ones to give the program credit.
yeah,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Rouse got a scholarship from them,
Yeah, they
but he was already a working comic.
Did he do the full course?
I think he got kicked out.
No, he got kicked out. I think he almost got kicked out, but then he finished the year.
But
Oh,
then
really?
why did he do it if he was already a working comic?
Because Jason's never gone like Jason's like me. We're fucking. I went to Albion. He went to Parkville. I mean, we're fucking. We don't have no diplomas. I have, you know what I mean? Like he's like, I think he thought, I wouldn't mind getting a diploma from a college.
Yeah. So it's just for the opportunity.
Yeah, I think it was like it made him feel good. That he got a diploma from a college.
How did he become a working comic before that? Like, how long had he been doing it?
Well, he won the funniest stand-up comedy competition or whatever it was called back then.
Uh-huh.
I think was it called Great Canadian Laugh Off now?
Yeah, that's what they call it now. I don't know what it was.
And then he won his year, and then and he was still waiting for them. They weren't booking him. He was still waiting for them to book him, even though like he did everything he had to do. He's like he was off Fast Track, and now he's just waiting for gigs. But they weren't giving him a gig, so he put a gig together. His own gig together somewhere in Hamilton at this bar right beside the Coca-Cola factory. I think it was there. There's this pub bar, and I don't know how he did
Chaps,
it.
wasn't it?
Chaps, I think. I was on it. I did a spot, I think, at that point. And he was like, I don't know how he did it, but Ben Guy was there. Lydia was there from Yuck Yucks when she used to own the club, Lydia Coy.
Sorry, I was going to say, that Comedy Club 54 actually used to be there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like long time ago.
Okay.
I remember it was on CH. They used to.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there was like, it was like literally sold out. Like there was like there must have been like 150, 200 people in this shitty bar.
Holy shit! And did he have a name at all at this
time?
No,
I don't know how he got. Not really. No, he's known in Hamilton a bit, but I don't know how the fuck in retrospect, I really don't understand how he got all those people there. So he was last, and I went up. I was still like really green. I did okay. I did good enough. You know, he went up there and fucking leveled the room, leveled it. And I think at that point, Yuck started going, oh, we should work him more because he's going to figure out how to do this without us.
Yeah.
So I think that's how he started getting more work at the beginning.
That's
and then
great.
Once they started working him, that was it.
How long into his career was that? How many years in?
3.
Shit.
Back in our days, like, it's different now. They really... It was like a tough scene to still kind of break into. It's like they made you go way longer than you had to be to get anywhere, to get work, to be on the roster. Like I was like, when I got on the roster, I was like, I had to do a year and a half. I was like a year and a half of Mark watching me.
Yeah.
Then he's like, okay, you're on Fast Track. Fast Track used to be Monday nights too. It's like once every Monday. So then then I got on Fast Track. Then I didn't get off, and Mark watched me 3 more times before he let me get off Fast Track.
Shit.
So, which is like a lot of guys get on. Sometimes guys now they get on for 3-4 months and they're off and they're done and they're working comics.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation, but like it's not that I wasn't ready. It was just because I was doing guest at that point. Those 3 years, I was doing guest spots all over Canada because no one. Comics are always broken, never have a car. I had a car. I drive everyone and get guest spots everywhere.
That's good.
But it was still just I think that was still a time where it's like even Jason was so good, but they were like, no. It's like almost like paying your dues a bit. There was more. You had to pay your dues a bit for some reason. Like comics, in my day, I can't speak for all comedians, but none of the headliners really. No one really took me. No one would take me under their wing. No one wanted to give me any advice. I kind of got was either from Jason, which is good enough for the time, but Jason's not the best at articulating what I should do. He's more like a grumpy old man just yelling at me and then call me a faggot. You know?
Which he still does.
Which he still does. He's articulate with other people, just not with me. I'm like, I listen to his podcast. What do you know?
Yeah, I actually just checked it out a couple.
What
weeks
is it
ago.
called?
Safe Word.
Safe Word.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I listen to it. I'm like, holy fuck, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Is it about comedy?
Yeah,
it's
a little bit of
one-on-ones, right? But
yeah.
he's articulate. He's nice. He's warm. He's like I'm like you can have a talk show the way he's. I'm like and I'm like who is this guy? I say to him, I was like, Like, why don't I get to experience this, Jason Rouse?
Because you're a faggot.
Because I'm a fucking asshole and I'm a faggot. And I can go to hell, you fucking loser.
You faggot.
Like and I'm okay with him being mean to me, but I was so used to him the way he treats me that I could not see this side of him.
That's
so when I heard it, I'm like, this is I thought it was like, who's this fucking guy you've been hiding all these fucking years? I've never seen this fucking asshole.
When I listened to the most recent one with Yoshi. I forget what his last name is. He's a comic in L.A. He used to be in the porn industry. Like he would direct.
Oh, I met him.
Yeah, he used to work for
Nice
Evil
guy.
Angel, and Rouse didn't make fun of him at all. I was surprised. It's like, wait. You only treat us like shit when you see us? Is that how it goes?
I think you just got, if you're in the
hilarious.
circle, off mics, I guess, or whatever you want to call.
Yeah.
Then he starts getting into it.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't be good for ratings if he
If you just called the guy. Yeah.
I
No, but
think
he's
that would be
great.
great, though.
He's great. The reason I say he's amazing is because I honestly didn't think it was. I thought it was just like, what the fuck are you going to talk about? What are you going to call him a queer 30 times?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was another level to Rouse. And I've known him for fucking 25 years, for God's sakes.
You should do an episode with him and just bring this all up.
I brought it up to him on Skype, and he just laughed at me. He goes, what am I? I know. He said, that's what he said. I know everything about you, Manolis. what is there to talk about? There's nothing I don't know. And I thought, okay, that's a good fucking
When's
point.
he
that's
back
true.
in town?
I think in the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a cross Canada tour. He's doing Montreal. He's doing all of Ontario, Montreal, and he's doing Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. I think he's doing every Yuck Yucks.
Sweet.
Wow. That's awesome.
It is awesome. Mark loves him, and rightfully so. Because you. Anyways, so yeah, Rouse would throw me, kind of guide. He still tries to kind of guide me the best he can, and Russell would always give me these little gems. Russell's picky. He'd always help me just when he saw I was frustrated. He knew when.
Do you
to talk.
remember anything specifically that he said that was like, oh shit?
He said that you're getting. I remember one time I think I wanted it so I wanted to be farther.
Yeah.
And he said, "You're not you're tense. You're tense on stage. You need to relax and have fun. This is supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to be angry. Your frustration from what you want is showing on stage because you're not enjoying yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, they're not going to enjoy you.
Yeah.
Something to that extent. I remember.
That's great.
Because I remember just being like, I don't know.
How long?
That was when he said that to me. Russell Peters, that's who we're talking about. He said that to me probably at least 7. That was at least 7 years before he was 7, 8 years before he was famous.
Yeah.
Like mainstream, crazy famous, you know.
Yeah, no. It's crazy that you guys started out in the same scene, you know?
Well, he was already in the
blew the
game
fuck
for a
up.
while before I got in, Russell. And I met Russell through Jay, and Russell said to me, I might have said this on the podcast, I'm not even sure, but he said, I became friends with him and before I did stand-up. I was just watching Rouse. I was just driving. I reconnected with Rouse, and I was just driving him everywhere to shows because I just had a girlfriend at the time, and she broke up with me. So I was like, really? I was young enough that let my ego was being overly sensitive about the situation, realizing it didn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Like you dump me tomorrow, and I'd be like, all right. Or back then, I'm like, oh my god, I was gonna marry her, right?
And you thought you would feel better by hanging out with Rouse?
Rouse
so
hadn't
sad.
started-
Shut up, queer.
Rouse was making fun. I guess Rouse was doing shit.
For sure he was. Yeah.
But what was my point?
Oh yeah, that you were saying that you
So-
started driving Rouse everywhere.
I drive Rouse everywhere, right? And he goes, so I was always just joking around, and then Russell finally goes, "Hey, what's your name again?" I go, "Manolis." He goes, "Do you do stand up?" I go, "No." He goes, "You will." That's all he said to me.
That's great.
Yeah, you will. And I honestly did not believe him.
That's awesome.
I didn't. I was like, I had no intentions of doing stand-up. I just was trying. I was just really depressed and wanting to get out of a funk. I Rouse, like, I knew Rouse when he was 15, right? So back then he was like fucking crazy. Then even like he was like, we'd be on our BMXs and just doing tricks and shit, right? And it was like my crew and his crew, and we all back then there was like, oh, you're from the East End, fuck you. No, it was like, oh, you got a BMX, so do I. It was like that was like kind of a Hamilton kind of thing, I guess. And that's how I became friends with him. And he would fuck with people. Like, people would walk by us on the sidewalks, and he'd yell crazy shit at them. Like, adults. And back when you're 15, you're like, that's an adult, man. He's going to, you know, this is 85, dude. This guy's going to fucking kill us.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't even know what the point was at.
And did he want to be a comic the whole time?
Yeah, he did. He did. We talked about it a lot. And through the years, and he was always like, I was always like telling him, yeah, you got to be a comedian, man. You got to do it. You got to do it. Because I wanted to do it, so I just wanted him to do it. So I felt like I was like living through him in a little bit. Yeah. And then he went to Vancouver and he started doing it, and then he came back and told me. That's how we kind of reconnected. And I was like, no fucking way. And for a second I was jealous. I'm like, oh, fuck. Because when you realize someone can do it, that's your friend, you realize you're not, because you think like special people do stand-up. Yeah. You know? But then you realize, no, anybody can do stand-up. You just got to have the balls. Yeah. So whether you're funny or not is a different thing. Yeah. But, and then I just started watching him do stand-up all the time. And like I said, I was heartbroken over that chick. And that cunt, sorry, bitch. I feel like I'm not that angry at her, so I'm like, I felt mean now. Sorry. She said, I was thinking, so I started hanging out with Jason because we already broken up once, and then I started dating her again. You know how most breakups happen a couple times, and I said to her, I said to Jay, I'm like, I think I should do stand up. I might want to do this. Like, he's like, yeah. Even though he's never seen me do stand up, or like he's always the funny guy. Yeah. So when Jay's around, I'm usually quiet because he's the alpha male. He's dominating force, right? Yeah. So I'm like, you don't even know if I'm fucking funny. You're telling me to do it, but I'm like, I said to my girlfriend at the time, it's like, oh, Jay thinks I should try stand up, and she said to me, why? Do you really think you're that funny?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what a twat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez. What did you say? Were you mad?
I was brokenhearted already. Like, she's like, I was in a loveless relationship. I was in a relationship where she got used to being mean to me, and I just took it. I was a bitch. Does that make sense? Yeah. I was like, in every relationship, there's a power struggle, and there's usually one of the two dominates more, and it's like, that was a time where she ended up dominating the relationship because I was so in love with her that I didn't have a backbone at that point. Yeah, where I could have what I should have said is like, oh wow, we just broke up. That's what that's probably what I would say now, or I just like that's like it's great breaking free. Like you need those bad relationships to break free, like be able to be the person you are today. It's like where like if a girl's like any girl or guys mean to a girl or vice versa, or if you're fucking two vaginas eating each other's pussies, and you guys and one of the vaginas are being more mean to the other vagina.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You gotta be. That's not cool, man. You just gotta go, but you just gotta have the balls to go. Is that politically incorrect enough for you too?
No, I think that's perfectly fine. I think.
Yeah. I don't think it's an issue at all.
Yeah.
No, but like it's just you gotta be a little bit. You gotta always live your life. I always tell you you gotta think of it. It's like fucking. I brought my Fast Times at Ridgemont High album with me to the fucking set. There's a movie called Pay the Ghost, and Nicolas Cage is in it. Okay. And I was going to try to get him sign it, but I could feel his.
Was he in that?
He's in it.
Okay.
Oh, he's in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah, a small part.
Okay.
He was still coming up, but I was going to try to get him to sign it and see if he'd get a kick out of it. But I wasn't feeling it. His demeanor was like,
Yeah.
This new movie. So I was doing background work and I was driving a cab, and he's supposed to. I just drive by him. He's trying to catch a cab, and I just don't stop. And then he's like, "Bah!" And that was my moment with him.
When was this?
2 days ago.
Oh shit! Really? That's cool.
That's fantastic. You were the cab.
I was the cab in
That's
that movie.
great.
What was the point of all this? I'm forgetting.
I don't remember.
Shit. You were talking about girlfriends and breaking up, and you said you're Fast Times.
Oh yeah, Fast. Okay, I got it. It's like so. There's a part in Fast Times on Richmond High where this guy. I forget the guy's name, the actor, but it's not Spicoli or nothing like that. It's but he says to his buddies like, you gotta have the attitude. You gotta have the attitude with. It's like you gotta throw out the vibe. And the guys, his buddies, because his buddy's not good with chicks, he goes, yeah, but you throw out the vibe to 50 million girls. Yeah, he goes, that's the attitude, man. You got to think whether she comes, stays, lays, or prays, whatever happens, your toes are still tapping.
That's a good line.
Yeah, which means, I don't know what they meant by it, but what I took from it was, I thought, it's like saying like, hey, listen, whether you're here or not, I'm dancing. I'm still having fun.
Uh-huh.
So if you want to have fun with me, cool. If you don't want to be with me, I'm still having fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the attitude you have to have in any relationship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Basically, not be afraid of losing that person, losing the love of your life.
It's hilarious. I've actually had this kind of conversation come up a little bit lately. It's just coming up now again. Like I feel the same way, but it took a long time to get there. Like I had all kinds of girlfriends where it was just like, this super romantic type person and just like put everything into it, and then it'd be like do something stupid or whatever. I would do something stupid and would like fucking shit can the whole relationship, but I'd be like have this attachment about that relationship and not be able to let go of it. So yeah, I relate to that. What you're saying is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you were afraid to let go of her?
Yeah. I mean, it could have been like no love or anything there. It was just like, can I get anything like this again? Could you know what I mean?
But
like that.
Everybody, and I was afraid of like I thought like I was treating this girl so good. I thought that what chance do I have with any other girl?
Exactly.
I have proof right here that I can be the best guy in the world, and I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know that hits. Yeah.
Yeah, I had that thought too after my last relationship, and it's like, you know what? Things will go on. You'll find another girlfriend.
Who said that to you?
Me, I said it to myself.
Yeah.
I didn't find another girlfriend.
Yeah. But you have a lot of fun, though.
I do. I have a lot of fun. I have way too
So
much
that's
fun.
why you don't have a girlfriend.
Exactly. That's exactly why. No one wants to date the guy that's drunk at the bar every night of the week. It's not appealing.
Yeah, but you don't want to date her because you want to be drunk at the bar.
There you go.
That's a different way of
You
looking
want
at
a
it.
girl that wants to get drunk with you.
No, I don't. I want the opposite of me. I want a nice, respectable girl that doesn't like my shitty lifestyle. I need that, yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck I want anymore when it comes to fucking.
Yeah.
I like the idea of love,
Yeah.
but I just don't know if I can.
You want-
There's maintenance with love.
Selma
Yeah.
Hayek.
All right, then Selma Hayek.
He'll put the effort in then.
Then I'll put the effort in.
She's a bitch, but fuck.
She a bitch? No, yeah. You almost broke my heart. No, she's got to be nice. I love her.
Well, she was what? And what again? What movie was that? Selma Hayek. Was she the one with the
Wild
eyebrow?
Wild West.
Yeah, she did that movie. They put her one. Yeah, she was in that too, right?
Yeah. I always get them.
She's
her confused
fucking
with
just-
Penelope Cruz.
Such a great body.
Yeah.
Great body, great face, great voice. Her vagina's probably nice too.
I bet. What if she had a penis? What if
if she tucked, I'd deal with it.
Yeah. Move that shit aside, yo. Coming
Tucked,
through.
I would deal with it. And then as long as she didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I heard a great joke on Joe DeRosa's last album. He's talking about trying to find an apartment, and this guy, he had like this sketchy real estate agent, and he already felt weird about working with this guy. And then as they're walking down the street, this guy with breasts is walking down the other way, and he's like, not like a chick with a dick, not like a good like transvestite where you're like, does that chick have a dick? I think I want to suck that girl's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great bit. But,
You want to suck a girl's dick?
huh?
You want to suck a girl's dick?
No.
That's a hot chick.
Yeah, it's true. And Mayce isn't a sexual being. We went over this last podcast.
No. So ISIS, what the fuck is that all about?
Hang on, before we get into ISIS.
Before we get into hard-hitting ISIS.
Yeah. There's a chick right now I like.
I like where this is going.
I like a girl right now.
Oh, yeah?
I like her.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Who is it?
And does she have a penis?
Not yet.
She's going to get one soon,
We're buying one. She's going to put
She's going to put it on?
Yeah, I'm going to get her to fuck me with a strap on.
Are you being serious?
So there is a girl.
No, I'm not. No, the strap on is not serious.
No, I'm not talking about the strap on. I mean, is there a girl?
Yeah, I like her, but I think she's I think she likes me, but she's afraid of commitment. And I think I am too, so it's kind of good.
Yeah.
In a way. But the other part of me is like, I'm way too, I'm so old, man. So I don't know. I just don't know.
You're not old, though. You don't, I really, this is kind of weird. For the longest time, I honestly thought you were like 28. When I met
I didn't
you.
Tell you my age or something?
Nobody then it was, for the first 6 months of doing stand-up, knowing you, I thought you were 28. And then one day at Hooters, it's my 40th birthday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I turned 40. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, you don't look it.
No.
You don't live it either.
That's
what I like about it. It's like, it's just like he's hanging out with his other 20-year-old friends. It's no different.
That's all. Yeah, I just I keep. Was that Matthew McConaughey?
I keep getting older. The girls stay the same age. The one that Mayce thought was a Family Guy quote because Family Guy parodied that.
But I can use that line with my friends. Like my friends will either stop doing stand up or get married or something. I'm like, I guess I'll get a new 20-year-old friend that's doing stand up somewhere. Yeah. Well, that's the point actually I also wanted to make was that I was like, when you were like some kids are some fathers are really good parents are good to their kids because you find out their dad when they were a kid their dads were dicks. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel like with stand up. Like no one was really that nice to me coming up. No one wanted to help me really. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
except the chosen few. But that people if they would have sat me down and said just do this and do that and listen to me, I probably would have been saved me a couple of years easily.
Yeah.
But that's why I try to help the guys like you guys. So I try to say, listen, do this, and do this.
Yeah, and that's so helpful.
Because no one did it.
Also because other comics pick up on what you're doing and start doing it, I think. I think that one of the reasons I think Hamilton is a pretty good scene is because all the older guys help the younger guys. Yeah. Because I think you.
Right.
I'm sure Gavin would do it.
Right.
Too, but also he's a quiet guy. It seems like, he's not the most outwardly talkative and everything. So if you didn't do it, who knows if he would, if you weren't here.
Right.
But because you do it, I think he does it and now Pat does it. And
Yeah. I embedded tons of information into Pat.
Yeah. You must have.
Because I tell you this last thing I want to say. The only thing that sucks about it though is everybody I tend to help or try to help. Eventually, they become roster comedians themselves and they get gigs. And now I don't have no one to hang with.
You're the littlest hobo of comedy.
Yeah, now they have gigs, and I'm like, but I still Pat would just come with me to every gig.
Yeah.
Like, Pat would come to all the gigs with me. Just come with me everywhere. And I try to give him spots, and sometimes he gets them, sometimes he doesn't. I introduce them to everybody.
Yeah.
And then now he's a roster comic. He's got his own gigs, and now I now I can't hang. If I get Niagara Falls for the weekend, he's not going to come. Why would he come? Because he's going to be there in 3 months anyways.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Because I do enjoy the company.
Yeah.
Because I'm lonely.
Well, you can start bringing me to your gigs. I'm not.
You're
rostered.
always drunk.
That's true.
I need the company, not your company.
No, but you're just too big. I can't picture you even coming.
I go places. I just get really drunk when I'm there, and then I disappear.
Yeah,
I'm a ghost.
Yeah, I don't need you to disappear when I'm in Vaughan.
Yeah, now you're worried about human life.
Like in Vaughan, how would you disappear?
Him?
Oh, there's always a way.
Yeah.
Oh, he just saunders off. Like
I'll find a bar where it seems sketchy enough that I could possibly find drugs, and I'll go there and just like, whoop, and I just disappear into the night.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there a Yucks in Vaughan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what sucks. The idea of like that's what I mean. Like a good chick, if it will keep you out of trouble a little bit. But if she's really good, what the fuck what's she doing with me anyways?
Yeah.
Like if she's if I like her, it means probably everybody likes her. And fucking, it's tough. I think it's hard for like all girls are hot one way or another. But if they're hot and really kind and nice and got a great personality, it's like, how do you keep a girl like that down where every guy wants her? Like, what was that movie? Something about Mary or something like that?
Yeah, there's something about Mary.
Yeah, every guy that encounters Mary is just falls in love with the girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's I think a lot of girls have that problem one way. How if I was a chick, I don't know, and I was hot, I don't know if I could settle down. I'd be like, I could just get hammered out.
If I was a woman, I'd be a super slut. I don't even care. Like,
but you could just get hammered out anytime you want, every day by different dudes.
Yeah, I know. I would totally.
I feel like if you were a chick, you would have that phase in your early 20s, and then find a nice guy and settle down because you're loyal.
I'm very loyal.
Very loving and nurturing.
You want to know that I think sometimes that loyalness comes out of the necessity from your younger years, like having to deal with all that shit makes you a little bit closer to the idea of somebody's personality and who they are as a person, because you want to be looked at like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking for those things, and
But at the same time, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just banging random chicks.
that's the problem.
That's the
right?
best. Everyone wants that. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. Who is this special lady? Do we know her?
No, you don't know her.
Okay, we probably should. I'm sure.
And do you feel like everybody's fallen in love with her, or she's too cool?
She's definitely that kind of girl. She's the kind of girl like every guy falls for. It's not I'm special. You know what I mean? It's not like I was like, oh, we have this special connection. That's why I'm like, oh my god, I'll fucking marry you.
We don't have to give names, but does she look like Janine Garofalo?
No, she doesn't.
Yeah,
she doesn't look like Janine Garofalo.
Okay. Okay.
But I like Janine Garofalo.
Yeah. That one girl you were hanging out with for a bit looked like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I see what you mean.
I'm more of a Sarah Silverman if we're going to go Jew comedians.
Yeah.
She's my type.
Yeah.
I didn't mean Jew derogatory. They're both Jew. Actually, no, Jean Garofalo, I don't think she is Jewish. She just looks like one.
The glasses, right?
Yeah, it's probably that. And the feminism.
Okay.
You guys want to talk about ISIS, Nick? Nobody here.
I barely scratched the surface of the knowledge of it.
I'm sure whatever you can bring to the table is better than what we've got.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Talk about something else. I need water.
All right.
Talk about your asshole.
Do you have actually glasses in there?
Yeah. I can get some.
No. You don't have to. I'll go.
You're going to get a cup for what?
I was going to get a cup for water.
If you go on that other side, and that wall has cups.
I should just get hammered one podcast.
Dude, that'd be hot.
You should totally do it.
Have you ever been drunk?
No.
Really?
No.
Not even that big of a deal.
We should do that.
I couldn't do it. It's too freaky to me, the idea that you could get addicted to it.
You can't get addicted to
alcohol.
drinking.
It's I don't know.
That's why I can't try it. I couldn't even.
Do you have
a glass.
addictive personality at all? Or?
A what?
Addictive personality? Like, do you if you drink coffee like every day and
I don't
need to
drink
have
coffee because I'm afraid to get addicted to that too.
I don't know about you. I had a bad habit with. I was like for a long time now. I'll go a good week would be 3 or 4 days without drinking, but I like to come home after the bar if I have a pint. Nice little buzz happening, but I can just have one pint because I'm driving.
Yeah.
I get home, and then I fucking just have like 2 or 3 Ryan Cokes before I go to bed, like doubles. Yeah,
a little nightcap.
Yeah, but
it's a nightcap.
What does that mean?
You just,
it puts you to bed?
Yeah,
it's good. It's like, you always sleep better fucking drunk. But I could have, that's the thing. I was going to say could have fucked. Last night, I was hanging out with this girl, and I was just like, we were just getting drunk. But, I got so drunk that I got too drunk. By the time we finally went to bed, normally I would try something. And I got so drunk last night that I was like, I couldn't do anything because I was like that drunk where it's like, if I move around too much, I'm going to fucking puke. I got too drunk. And partly also I stopped drinking before I went to bed. I kind of have a new rule. I'm trying to be like, at first I was like, I'm going to get drunk once a week now instead of every fucking day. And now, which is working great. It's been a couple weeks, but now I'm trying to just drink if I'm with another person.
Oh, that's good.
So
that is also drinking or just in general?
Just in general, it's like just like if I'm not gonna get
people
drunk
on the street and walking beside them.
Yeah,
technically follows my rule.
I'm with the person,
but I'm realizing fuck. Your point. I think I have a problem.
You think? I don't know. I don't think so. If you're able to do, because it seems like you always do stuff like that. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this just for the hell of it. I'm going to restrict myself to this rule. Just so I know I'm in control. That's what it seems like you do. You've done that. You did that with smoking, right?
Yeah.
And all
coffee,
that stuff.
Smoking.
Yeah.
But now,
I don't think
it's booze.
Do you not drink coffee anymore?
I stopped 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Shit, yeah.
I've never ever had any desire to drink coffee. I tried to get into it. I can't get it. And alcohol, I find I'll drink a lot of it and I get bored of it and I don't want to have it for a long time.
I think I have control issues.
Yeah.
In the sense of I don't. That's why I never got into cocaine because I could tell that it was going to be stronger than me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to be like, no, you're doing it today. No, I'm not going to do it today. No, you're doing it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, with my Crohn's, I don't drink coffee at all. I used to drink 5 or 6 espressos. Mayce is laughing.
Because you do blow, man.
Yeah. But the only thing I cut out because of my Crohn's was coffee. The least
I still eat hot sauce
I still eat hot sauce.
Fast food and Taco Bell.
I drink constantly, and hey, you know what? I cut out coffee. It's good enough.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, I was drinking 5, 6 espressos.
So
a day
fucking
at least.
hungover right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack a beer.
What did you do last night?
I was hanging out with that special lady and got drunk.
Yeah.
That's
Where'd you
nice.
Go? Huh?
Where were you guys?
Her place.
Oh, I thought you went to a bar or something.
But I'm fucking done right now, dude. I don't know. I would say being drunk. I like being drunk generally.
Yeah.
I gotta slow it down a bit now. If I get drunk, because now my tolerance is lower because I'm not drinking every day. I gotta remember. That's why heroin addicts fucking die when they relapse, right?
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion to you? If this one doesn't work out, I know this goes against every Buddhist philosophy I've ever learned, but there's a Buddhist temple around the corner, and picking up is fucking super easy. And then none of them give a shit about your material status or anything in life. They're all super cool.
Wait, what?
Really? Is this accurate? Is this true?
This is true.
Have you picked up girls at the Buddhist temple?
I've had some activity.
Where is this place?
That is the sketchiest way to say that.
Yeah.
I have had some activity. They use that word to describe criminal activity. Is it?
What? That's awesome. Where is this place?
It's just around the corner. You
don't look like a Buddhist.
Yeah, I do.
No, seriously though. And I don't mean by activity, I just mean I've had some good conversations that have gone, on a more emotional level. But a lot of the women there are just really cool. The type of woman that goes to a Buddhist. I don't know what you call it. They're classes basically, right? And they're all just be kind to each other and learn the philosophy of Buddha and all that shit. It's all pretty surface level stuff. Uh-huh. But the women there were the best woman that exists. They were all a lot of them were pretty attractive. They all had really good state of mind. They're all really really not materialistic.
And
it was
super
just cool.
DTF. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is too. A lot of them have like kind of a hippie sort of thing going on about sex not being something that should be, I don't know what the proper word is for it, but
what the fuck are we doing this? Let's go there now.
Yeah, they just have really like open ideas and stuff. Is what I'm basically trying to say.
Talking about religion, I watched this documentary last night called The Unbelievers.
I've watched
on Netflix.
it. Yeah.
You've watched it. I wanted to ask you about it because you do the atheist organization in Hamilton, right?
I'm part of that group. I wouldn't. Thing with that is, it gets a little scary when they start organizing because I'm just like,
That's
yeah. I'm just like sometimes I sit down with them and they're like, we're gonna go after this school because they're trying to introduce the Bible into the fucking school, like in the world and all that shit. I'm like, that's cool. I'm down with that. But then they start like going on about why they don't like this and why they don't like that. I'm like, this is the same thing they do. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
It's a fine line, right?
Yeah.
In the documentary, have you seen it? Or
No.
It's on Netflix. It's Richard Dawkins and Lawrence Krauss. They just like tour around and do speaking tours. And a lot of it's cool because they're just like talking about science and they're just trying to educate people. But yeah, there's some of these things. They had like 30,000 people at a rally, atheists, and it was like literally Richard Dawkins comes out and they all go crazy.
Yeah.
And it's literally like he's the Pope to them. He's just like this.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even address that it's kind of weird that they're doing that. He accepts it and he like takes the power.
That's a good perspective, yeah.
Well, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I mean, different values. I mean, I think there's a need for that to balance out the like religious
But I mean,
fundamentalists.
they're believers themselves.
Exactly. When it gets to a point where they're just like, whatever he has to say is right. That's religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Alan Parks got a fucking amazing joke, and he goes, I'm an atheist. Well, now I'm practicing.
yeah.
That is great.
Right?
He's UK, right? British?
No. He's fucking amazing. He's from, I think he lives in Toronto.
Oh, shit. I thought he was
What's his podcast?
Conspiracy Queries.
Queries. Yeah, that's it. He's like one of the most intelligent guys you'll ever meet in your life.
Now, isn't his stand-up like...
Very political.
But isn't it like just like set-up punch? Like just like... Doesn't he do kind of like one-liners?
I wouldn't say one-liners, but he's just very, very everything's about... He's not up there talking about his cock, put it that way.
Yeah. It's all more intellectual stuff.
Yeah. And he's like...
What, he thinks he's better than us?
Yeah,
He is. He is better than us. I'm very lucky that he tolerates me when I see him because it's like him. Like, because the thing about I used to see him around back in the day too, and he was always that guy. Like the way he's doing his podcast now, he would just be like that off there. So I'd always pick his fucking. I love conspiracy shit too, so I'd always be picking his brains, and he would just talk to me for an hour easy at any time I saw him. And he was very gracious to like just instill any kind of crazy knowledge into my fucking lid. You know? So he's always been that guy. You know, he's just doing it. And he's like, he apparently, he had, I don't know what form of cancer he had, but he was, he used marijuana, was it those little vials of like oil or whatever?
Yeah.
And it got rid of it.
Holy crap.
He had it was, I don't know all the details.
Wait,
but
was he smoking it or was he?
you just put it in your mouth, I think. It's just like the oil.
And it worked?
And it worked.
That's amazing.
I think he talks about it in more detail. But,
yeah, I mean, there's so many potential cures for cancer.
it was bad, and it went it's gone.
Whoa.
That's
crazy.
But there's tons of stories now
that
are coming out about these little vials of oil.
Yeah.
That's getting rid of everybody's fucking cancer.
Yeah.
He promotes it and talks about it a lot on his podcast, I think.
I actually wondered about that because, like, you know how, like, all the, I don't know what to call them, but...
Alan Park is his name.
What is it called? Cannabinoids? There's
Cannabinoids?
yeah, in your brain, like, they're there. And I'm just like, why are they there if we're not supposed to? You know what I mean? Like, it almost seems like we smoked the shit out of that at one point, and it's like part of our, makeup, and then we're just like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing that anymore. And now, like, when you say something like that, like, that in itself is kind of a conspiracy, I guess.
He's living proof that it works.
Yeah.
But I tell you, if I ever get cancer, the first thing I'm telling you, man, the first person I'm calling is Alan Park.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna, you know what I mean? If I was lucky enough to know that I have it, you know,
that's what I mean. That,
I wouldn't call my doctor. I'd be like, Alan, what do I?
That's not the first time I've heard that either. So I'm wondering, like, is that like your body wants that and like you're depriving it of it and you get cancer and give it back?
Apparently, once you start taking it, I don't know, like people that I saw this other guy that it was like he had 3 weeks. I saw it on YouTube. So it was him and his wife talking about how it all went down, and he had 3 weeks to live. 3 weeks to live, so he thought, "Fuck it, I'll just start taking it," and it went right down to fucking like 0 or what, like it was gone. It all went away.
But
he said he's going to just keep taking it as a precaution for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it makes me want to just take it now.
Yeah.
Just start.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, eventually, I think people will.
Yeah.
You know.
It'll get you high, Mayce.
Will it? Do you think it does?
Nah,
if you
I
just
don't
take
think
the
so.
oil,
I don't
pill?
know it does.
Don't listen to this fucking guy.
What? I'm a doctor, man.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. I didn't go to school for it, but I can make business cards that say that if you want. It's pretty easy to do.
Now, does he talk about stand-up at all on the podcast?
I don't know. I haven't listened to many of his episodes, really. I keep meaning to try to get to it. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he gets a lot of he'll get a lot of interesting people, I think, to talk to, like on they're involved in the conspiracy world. You know, just that involves like pointing out the inconsistencies of the government in every country.
Yeah.
You know,
is it funny, the podcast, or is it just more informational?
He's a funny guy, so I'm sure it's funny at times. He's just he's an enigma because it's like he's one of those guys that where do you put all this fucking information, man? Mm-hmm. Like he's got too much information. Either like he'll say pick a country that you would never heard of in the fucking Middle East. That's like he'll say, oh, that country, blah 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 blah.
And just start listing off facts about it.
Facts, but but facts that are the injustice of whatever's happening to those people in every country.
Huh?
He's like a Mulder from the X-Files. He's like a real Mulder. You know what I mean?
Is that the guy played by what's his name?
David Duchovny? Yeah.
Huh.
He's like that. But if you don't believe me, just listen to his podcast.
Yeah.
You'll see.
So he would know probably about ISIS.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. If we had him right here,
we might as well just turn all the other mics off and let him talk.
Right? Yeah, it'd be a show. It'd just be sitting here listening.
Yeah. What do we know about it?
Okay. Since I'm the only one who knows anything about it, I would say it's bad. It sucks. Based on everything I've seen. No, it's
an organization.
Well, they're like it's a group that basically is pissed. At the end of it, the way I see it is they're pissed off that like the U.S. and everybody keeps coming in their shit and
what's
like
their
taking
shit, though?
the oil, like all their resources.
All the Middle East, not one country in particular.
I would say closer to Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, but I think more specifically Iraq right now. And it just seems to be like the shit they're doing is like awful, like cutting off reporters' heads and stuff like that. But and they're doing it with that religious context, which is, of course, makes it even shittier. But it seems to be that the message they're always trying to send is always to the West, right? Like it's always, quit fucking with us, get out of our country and all that kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like I see that kind of, and I'm just like speaking for myself, I guess, but I see that stuff happening and it's terrible and everybody has this knee-jerk reaction. Like, they're fucking slicing people's heads off. It's the worst thing in the world and we should go over there and fucking bomb them. But we already are fucking bomb them all the time. Like, I hate religion. Like, I'm against all forms of it. But at the same time, like, I think of it this way. If you, like, let's say Islamic State come and took over Tennessee, you wouldn't there's going to be tons of people who just want to bomb the shit out of them. You know what I mean? They just want to like go after them because they've taken their land. That's kind of how they feel. That these foreign occupiers are always in their shit, and they're taking the religious route, right? Like if somebody kills your kids, you're going to grab the weapon. In their case, the best weapon they have is religion, right? So they're fighting on those terms, and they're shitty terms. But essentially,
so you're saying we should the U.S. and Canada should get out of their countries?
It's tough. It's one of these things where it's like there's a lot of gray areas, and I'm not very informed. I'm not informed enough to say that. I feel like that's what sets them off, and this whole like drone fucking attacks all the time. Like Gavin brings it up all the time, but they just smoke an entire civilian population and walk away, and then we get super upset when they bomb.
What was that?
That was a fart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was a fart?
Do you need to go clean yourself up?
No,
why does this have to happen?
Like liquid, man.
It was the angle of which my butt cheeks were rested against the back of this chair. I might have to wipe the chair down, though.
we gotta get you some fucking oil, dude.
Yeah.
I make enough in my farts, don't worry.
Yay.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I don't even
People
remember
are
what I was
dying.
saying.
Izzy, and you're
What?
farting. People
Yeah,
are dying and you're farting.
People are dying because of my
It was
farts.
just a little inconsiderate.
It wasn't considerate. So, yeah, what were we saying about the drones?
Yeah, the drones, they just like smoke an entire group of civilians, and then just walk away from it. And then we get all upset when they bomb, or they're trying to bomb subways and shit. And they're totally vile and awful for doing that shit. But from their perspective, we do it all the
same
time.
thing?
Yeah, and it's hard not to go. Yeah,
but people, they are killing people, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not
that's a
standing
hard
up for
question.
them.
And
I'm not standing up for them
I don't
at
know
all.
where I stand on that. Like, do you? My English teacher said that because he's really conservative, and he believes in like military action in those countries and stuff. And he said he was like, well, don't you think that you have an obligation if you know like terrible things are going on where they're like
the Jews?
oppressing women and
Like the World War II?
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it? And if you have the ability to go do something about it, isn't it your responsibility? Even if you are a different country, like because those lines are just imaginary, anyways.
Yeah, but the conflict with that, I don't understand their rationale, because they're always going about how the government can't be trusted to do anything, can't handle your taxes, can't handle that, but they can go over to another country that they have very little intelligence.
I know that.
Shit.
That
I'm just
is
like,
true.
How can you trust that?
That's a great point, actually. Yeah.
To what extent is the UN actually helping anything?
I don't know. I don't know much about the UN at all.
They just like get together and party, I think.
Yeah, it's just the caucus party. They just get together and hang out.
We have this religion in I don't know if it's the West, but Canada at least, where like the military and the wars and everything are looked at as this really like crazy, like a time of honoring those people, right? But if like you think like Vietnam, I don't remember the numbers. It was like 60% of the soldiers were raping innocent women and children, and then they come back, and then of course
American
that
soldiers, you mean?
Yeah. And I mean that war, they didn't come back to a whole lot of gratitude, but there's always this thing where it's like, oh, they're so amazing. It's like, I don't know, man. There's sometimes doing some shitty shit over there, and just
Well, during that time, you got to think like it's like almost any time. The bigger problem is like you guys go take over that fucking country or whatever. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to kill people. Is at that point, if I'm allowed to kill, is rape really going to seem like out of
yeah? But there's
if you're rallying a bunch of guys up on just destroying a place.
Yeah, but they're supposed to destroy the bad guys, not the innocent civilians.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, I know.
Absolute power corrupts at some point, and these dudes are already fucking jacked on whatever else. The adrenaline, they're probably fucking horny. There's no chicks around,
and also. Destroying the bad guys relies on them having full awareness of the situation and knowing what's going on and who's doing what and what the motives are. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like soldiers are really like that.
No.
And not like who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
People are just like we're not supposed to rape. And that's that.
Yeah.
You know? It's like or whatever it is, we're not, but we're also not supposed to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge generalization, but I do agree to it to a certain extent about how the soldiers, sure, there are some, let's say a good majority of people that are just want to like support their country, but the guys that are willing to go die for their country because they just want to get a gun and go shoot shit.
I know where you're going with that.
Those people have you want to be noble for your country, but you're saying that they don't have a little bloodlust in them where they want to
I'm
kill
sure
somebody.
they do, but the other thing is that I'm sure a lot of them that is one of the best options they have. If you can make money going to do this thing that you might also find exciting, but you don't have any other opportunities in life. They're going to join the military.
But if you think of it, if you kill, sorry,
I was going to say that there's a lot of correlation between loving guns and not having a whole lot of empathy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're exact, but it's rare when you find like a sniper who likes animals.
And you kill enough.
Oh, look at this cute pig. He's like just on a building showing another one of his friends. Look at these cute kittens I saw today.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Got him.
There's the mark. Okay.
You kill enough. Part of me thinks this. You kill enough people, eventually you're going to get closer and closer to the idea of like, not that what else I can't do, but that it doesn't matter if I do it or not.
Exactly, because really, what does it matter?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, it's not good to kill
once
people.
No, but if I become so numb and dead inside to the point where it's like I've killed 100 people, say.
Yeah.
And then the thought, maybe the opportunity in his head, see like, oh, I can have sex with this woman right now.
She doesn't want me to.
She
But
doesn't want to. I've killed 100 people.
And he's in his head. He's gonna. At least she's not gonna be dead at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah. And then the whole thing's a problem. That there's for the way I look at it, I actually don't think there should be any armies.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
No country should have an army. If you want to have one army, I know this sounds crazy, but maybe one army that's for
aliens.
Yeah, against the aliens for the whole planet. Yeah. The army, you can't the army that's in Afghanistan is the same army that's in fucking Alberta.
Yeah.
or Canada or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that it's hey, if fucking aliens attack, we're ready. Yeah. Besides that, who needs water?
I always thought that actually, the way to end all wars on Earth is just have a visit from the aliens to go, hey, if you guys want to fight, go ahead, but we're gonna just kill you all. And then watch how
that's what the Watchmen, the comic book, The Watchmen, is all about. Anybody here ever read it?
I have not read it, but I watched the movie.
Oh, it's awesome! That is such a brilliant comic book because it's about the philosophy of utilitarianism versus moralism and just sticking to morals. Because one guy, he's a superhero and he's a billionaire, and he is a utilitarianism. So he comes up with this plan where he's going to fake an alien attack that's going to kill a lot of people, but it's going to make the whole world think they're being attacked by aliens and have everyone rally together to end all wars.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's wicked. So, but then there's this other superhero named Rorschach, who I'm spoiling the whole plot here. Yeah. But it's still worth reading. It's who he is purely moralist. It's wrong to kill people, so even if that'll stop death later on, he doesn't want to do it. So they're the one guy's trying to make this plan work, and the other guy's trying to stop him from doing it. And that's what the whole thing is about, trying to fake an alien invasion.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's wicked.
I I do the background work or extra work.
Yeah.
So I also do this other gig called Locations. It's a fancy word for this thing.
Oh, the parking spots, blocking out the streets.
So I don't want to say the name of the street because I might play it if you guys are up for it.
Yeah.
No, not that guy. I'll play that too later. Okay. I'll tell you about that later. It's 20 minutes long. This is because we're talking about this. It made me think of it. So there's this lady. Her name was Anne. Her name is Anne. She lives on that street. So I had to be there at 10 o'clock at night till 10 in the morning. So when I relieved this other guy that was there, the job is basically it was for a TV show, Murdoch Mysteries, right?
Uh-huh.
So the job is when the cars leave there was this one street they had the rights to park all on this one street. So when the cars leave, you put a pylon, and so at 8 o'clock in the morning, all the trucks can come in and park and get set up for the shoot.
Uh-huh.
Now I take over for this guy, and this guy's telling me what to do. And he seemed like a really cool guy. And then this lady, Ann, comes out of her house. And I guess she's already talked to him. And then she started talking to both of us. Just lives by herself. She's 85 years old. And just lonely. Lonely as fuck. She has 4 kids. One of them passed away. And Yeah, and her husband passed away 3 years before that. But she was from Poland, and she got taken into a concentration camp when she was, I guess, 12 or something.
Holy shit!
Lost her family. Eventually, when the war was done or whatever, went to from Poland, went to Halifax, and then Halifax moved to Hamilton and met her husband. Her husband ended up getting MS.
Jesus Christ!
And then her son got MS. Right?
Wow.
I'm giving away most of the story.
Yeah.
But when I talked, so I knew every time. Well, the first time I talked to her with this guy, she was just fucking talking my ear up. But I could tell, like, oh, this fucking chick's interesting.
Uh-huh.
But lonely people want to tell you their whole life stories, right?
Yeah.
No, like me, I'm lonely.
Yeah, we do it every week.
Yeah. So anyway, but 85 years old, she doesn't fucking clue into shit, too, at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So I just turned my audio thing on my iPhone, hit record, and it started like almost like interviewing her, like she was going to tell me anyway, so I tried to pull everything out of her.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got a 20-minute conversation. It's pretty interesting.
That is cool.
Should we play? I could play, and we could put a mic over it.
Yeah, that's what I was going through my bag for. I think I have a cable that we can use.
Well, we got enough mics at this
Yeah, we
point,
could
I think. Wait, should we use this mic?
I turned the other ones up. I just have R4 on.
Okay, then
Can
I
you use
can.
that wire that we're going to connect into the laptop to connect
Yeah.
to his microphone?
I don't
Or you
have
could
that
just
one on
send
me.
Izzy the
Or
file.
headphones.
But I want to play it on air.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Let's see
Otherwise we
if-
couldn't comment on it.
Because I can think if I play it. This is like me at 11 o'clock at night.
Can you email it to me, and then I can put it in here and play it and talk over it?
But
and
you guys
just
aren't going to hear it.
have.
Well, I
I
can
got
play it
headphones.
now.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah,
You
just do
could
that.
you could replace it later.
Okay, yeah, just do that.
Do you have
Hang on.
headphones, Nick?
Yeah, those are his, aren't they?
You don't need
No,
headphones.
those are for here. I have headphones. I don't
Okay,
need
whatever.
them, though.
Whatever. We'll just do it off the mic. It doesn't matter.
Well, because you're going to put it into the mic, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to, yeah, and you guys could hear it. Let's see if it's loud enough first. Hang on a second. I think it was 7. Hang on.
Yeah, put it up.
To the mic?
Yeah, I will in a second, but I just want to see. Can you hear that?
Not really.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait.
In Nova Scotia, we didn't even have a
Can you hear that?
telephone. You had to ring, and
Okay.
3-4 people on one
Hang
line.
on. All right. Hang on. I'm going to. I know what to do. Hang on. Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
probably traveling. You probably traveled
There
by
we go.
boat.
Closer.
You like before, like when you came to
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, yeah, even have a television here. Even have a television here. Yeah, and not black and white. Had the television 1949, 50. No, 49 I didn't. In Nova Scotia, we didn't even have a telephone. You had to ring, and 3-4 people on one line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it rings 3 times, then or 4 times, it's you. What I could remember. Yeah. Oh, what a difference! Different.
Hold on,
just-
I'm gonna
and
have-
then probably traveling. You probably traveled by boat.
If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna have to
You.
stop. I'm gonna have to
Like
pause the
before.
recording right now.
Like when you came to Canada.
Oh yeah, Jano.
Hang on. What do you want to do?
If we're gonna plug that cable in, I'm gonna have to pause for a second.
But doesn't it sound good anyways?
I like this.
Okay, fine. Just
I think it sounds good. Does
Okay.
it sound good?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to start from the beginning, okay?
Heights and even have a television here. Yeah, and not black and white. Had the television 1949, 50. No, 49 I didn't. In Nova Scotia, we didn't even have a telephone. You had to ring, and 3-4 people on one line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it rings 3 times, then or 4 times, it's you. What I could remember. Yeah. Oh, what a difference! Different.
Yeah, just and then probably traveling. You probably traveled by boat.
Who?
You, like before, Like when you came to Canada.
Oh yeah, General Heisenman was like a big cattle boat, not like this. I want to die so fast because I was very sick. They never had those pills, you know. Beginning 1949, I was.
1949, you came to Canada?
Yeah, 1949.
On a boat? On a boat?
Oh yeah, it took I don't know how many days, but you don't know nothing because there was my friend. It was the same school taken, all of the kids, you know. But after the war, I don't know what we were. But some of the German people, they were still good, you know. Like now, fanatics, they all the fanatics now. The bombing, the killing, what's going on?
I don't know. Everybody's mad. Everybody's mad for nothing.
Yeah.
People rather be mad than be happy and just get along.
You're right.
I don't know why.
You're right.
I think there's too many singles going through the air, like phone singles and satellite singles. I think it's going through us, and I think it's making us crazy.
I know, it made me crazy. I was such a bad state too. Oh, awful. So
okay, you going to bed?
I think so.
Okay.
So I might as well. Oh, what the heck is flying? Something.
Where?
Something flying. Maybe leaves.
Yeah.
Leaves.
Did you say, are you going to bed?
So you got pillow there? You could sleep?
Yeah. I will be fine in my car.
You got everything.
I got everything.
So what would you do? You have to watch what?
I have to make sure no one parks in those spots. Because they're shooting a movie here tomorrow. So they want.
What time they coming?
8 o'clock.
In the morning?
In the morning.
Ooh.
I know. It's going to be a long night. But, so I just have to make sure no one parks in these spots.
They had movies in this house, too.
Yeah, they're going to shoot there. Tomorrow.
This one?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Inside?
Inside, outside. Yeah.
Oh. And then they had one on this boat for the house. I'll be the last one.
Yeah.
2 years ago. This one, when they had it, they were fixing the other house, you know. He says, "Hey, Anna, go in the movie." I said, "You don't want the old and ugly." Oh.
Stop it.
Melissa's hitting on her now.
Oh, boy.
So when did you, so you came to Canada in 1949.
49. Halifax.
From Halifax. From Halifax.
To Halifax.
Oh, to Halifax.
To Halifax.
First.
Pardon?
You went to Halifax.
Yeah. And then you have Canadian when the camps closed, when America took it over in Canada.
In World War II.
Yeah, it was
44? 45?
44, no, because we were in Germany, taken us 42, 40, I don't remember, you know, because those things you don't remember when you're 12, 13.
18 years old?
Yeah. And
but you took a boat from what country? Where did you go from?
I think Bremen in Germany.
So you took a boat from there?
Yeah, but the American was very good when they occupied Germany. Everybody hang the big sheets that they give it up. But they were, I'm telling you what it was. Because sometimes they fought for months, you know, like, say, German here, and they fought with a great big cannon, you know, to each other, and sometimes they moved them back. American 10, 15 miles, maybe, I don't remember, but anyway. And then the American cannot, they moved back. Oh, what a day when we seen it. Oh, that was, you know, they wouldn't, when America, they wouldn't take no water, no nothing. They were very, very, because German. Oh,
the Nazis,
yeah.
Would move back.
Stuff. I remember once we had a, you know, little, they think, you know what the prisoner have, and you put the soup, and that's all we had as peeling and water at supper time. You had to go far away for it. I don't remember why or what, but anyway, I remember we were all in a line and Gestapo with the guns,
Right.
And then there was a turnips, and he stopped to pick it up, and they just shot him there, and we couldn't stop. We had to walk over the body.
Because he wanted to pick up a turnip?
Turnip, yeah. Because, you didn't have nothing to eat. You have one slice of bread in the morning. And then the prisoner was not too far from our concentration camp, and sometimes they throw the bread. And everybody ran for that piece of bread, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. So, last year, I was going on King Street in Hamilton, and
I don't think that's funny. I just seeing all of your faces and mine. This is a comedy podcast. What are you doing, Manolis?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
No, it is. It is interesting. I want to explain my laugh. I don't think it's funny that.
What
keep
was she
going.
saying there? Like that she had to walk over somebody's dead body for a turnip?
Well, someone in line stepped out of line to pick a turnip, I guess, from the ground or out of the ground, and they shot him dead. So at that point, they just had to keep walking, and people would walk over this dead body because they were walking on the way to go get their soup. And then she was saying, they would throw a piece of bread in the middle of all of them. They all would go at it like dogs in a sense because they're like, holy crap, just to get this one piece of bread, shit like that. Stuff you actually see in these kind of movies, and you realize, this was really happening.
All right, yeah,
keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's interesting.
It is.
It's her whole life story basically. Just 10 minutes left.
See one man go in the garbage and pick a piece of pizza.
Okay.
I said, it was last year. I said, what the heck is he doing? Then I remember, what did I do?
Yeah, exactly, right?
I remember once when everybody had to stay in the line till 4 or 5 o'clock because they give the bread away, and sometime I remember my mother come home crying because I don't know what they used to call those stores. Different. And no bread. And I remember one Jewish came from that little boy, 14 or I don't know. And he came from where they stayed outside. The German built a very big barber wine, and the mother, father, everybody, hundreds of people, sometimes they yanked them out. But very awful. And I remember 4 o'clock, I guess, the Jewish boy came, and my middle name is Plosztańska. Now I'm Kopes, my husband was. And Pani Plosztańska, Pani means Mrs. My mother, they have nothing to eat. I got no hungry. And you don't cut the bread. The mother didn't have herself. And she cut it in, not cut it, but you break it and give it to him. I don't know if he made it or not. And then the German put the grenade and a little boy was picking up and he was blowing right up.
You saw this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's all right.
Not them worry.
And you're Polish.
Yeah. My husband used to be born in Hamilton.
But you went to Halifax.
Yeah.
So how did you get in from Halifax to Hamilton?
Well,
did you meet your husband in Halifax?
No. Was working in my Polish friend got before was different. I don't know. I don't remember that. But anyway, she was working in a hospital in Inverness. So they found out she's Polish and I was Polish. And she had boyfriend. She was going to marry. and he was in Hamilton. And she said, and the sister, not Felicia, the sister was a Catholic hospital, and they found out that I was Catholic, and they want me to go,
Right.
And I was already there about 6-7 months. I says, but I cried and cried every day at Nova Scotia, because it was very hard work. Had to pick the stone and then manure, you put wagon manure while he was spreading, and I had to fill it out, the wagon every some. Man, one and at night time he gave me wrong. No, if from school you had to go and pick the boys up, their son, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's what I got. And he gave me the wrong horse for to put in the mouth. And he says, no. I forgot the boy name. I went with the horse, and the train came, and the horse got scared. If you knew what I went through for it was awful. And the horse found his way
back?
Yeah. How could horse find a way? Because I didn't know who the hell I was from school. Right. I don't remember if I Dale, the boy was named Dale. Yeah. Yeah.
And so you went from Halifax to Hamilton?
Yeah. Then my friend Louise, she says, she says, I'm coming. And my year was finished earlier, because they give you Canadian, they sponsor displaced person. That's what we were, And you could, when you finished, you come to Hamilton. So I came to Hamilton. If you say I never say lights up there, no, nothing, no, because Nova Scotia in 1949, 50 wasn't lot like now. So anyway, I saved some money and I came on a train. When I hit the train, they came, I couldn't believe it, what I say, beautiful lights and everything.
Right.
Because I had to milk the cows and everything. We have to acquire the cows and horse, so it was lots of work. But I was so lonely and crying that, anyway.
How did you meet your husband in Hamilton?
So anyway, I came to Hamilton. And she lived on King Street, way up there.
Right.
So I came up there, and she only had one room, and she was expecting just one room.
Right.
I slept on the floor, when you have one room. She wasn't married. Yes, she was married, I think. So anyway, then it was for me to go someplace. So I remember he could speak English, the man, a little bit, her husband. I think they were married, I don't know. I forgot. That's over 60 years ago.
You're doing all right?
Yeah.
I remember.
So anyway, 60, more than 60, yeah.
How old are you now? How old are you now? 85?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I came. So she says in the paper, there's a one room on 98 Wellington Street North. And that was my husband's mother.
Okay.
He was born in here. Mother was Hungarian descent.
Right.
But she wasn't born. So $5 a week. In the meantime, Felicia and sister, they had a convent they don't have now, but they had a convent. And they found out, convent anyway. They found me a job at the General Hospital. Up here. Couldn't speak English at all, not too much, what I ever learned.
Right.
So anyway, I got the job. I forgot how much I paid, but I had enough $5 for a week for the room. So my husband had a motorcycle,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so he started playing music, and before we know, we got married. 1950.
1950.
Yeah.
But you were renting from his mother's house.
And he was living there, too.
So you saw him there all the time?
Oh, yeah, but...
Is that how you got to know each other?
Yeah, that's how we got to know.
And then you guys just
he was such a wonderful man. If I cook, I didn't know how to cook because I never got to the stove. I was too young to school, I was 12 or 13. I didn't even know how to boil the water. I'm still not the best now. So, anyway. So what was I saying?
You got married in 1950, I think?
Yeah, 1950.
You weren't the best cook, but I guess he helped you? Did he teach you to cook?
Are you kidding?
No.
No. And when I cook, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say, he says, I'm not hungry. And I know he was hungry.
He didn't like your cooking?
No, he didn't want to hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Very, very special man. Very special.
And he passed 5 years ago?
No, 2 years.
2 years ago.
My son passed away first.
First?
Yeah. He was very bad, multiple sclerosis.
Obviously your husband got it first, and then your son.
My husband was 38 when he got it, but he didn't have it as severe as my son. John had very, very, very bad.
So that's why your son passed before your husband?
Yeah, he was, awful. I used to drive all the time. I went to driving to Florida.
You drove?
Twice, 3 times.
You had a driver's license?
I give it up.
Because?
When I turned 80.
Oh, yeah? Because you just didn't want to drive no more?
No. I said to my son, I was lucky. I never had accident. I went to Florida. I went up north all the time. I had a 2-wheelchair, lift the wheelchair in the trunk, my son and my husband. And by the time before I got it to Halliburton, I had a car, steaming, the pipe with water before boiling.
Yeah, overheating.
Overheating, that's the word. I remember, crazy. So anyway, good thing it happened in front of the gas station. So I ran across the road. The guy says, I got problem. Lady, you got 2 men. They were sitting. But
lady, you have 2 men right there.
Yeah, but they didn't know they were in village,
Yeah.
My son and they apologized. They were very good. And that was many years ago, too. No, I went all over.
You ever go back to your homeland? Do you ever go back to the
Never. I don't know who is my mother. I don't know.
You don't know
why? I never know.
You lost touch with all your family?
After the German took us to Poland, it was the school. That's why I never knew. My mother probably didn't know either where the hell I am. I probably after, but there's not only me. There's lots of. There's no end to story, believe me. It's horrible. But what can you do?
No, what can you do? Mm-hmm. You've lived a full life, and you're alive, and you're healthy, and you're here. You've experienced love. Is that really? I don't know.
We can't do nothing about it, can we?
No. You're happy, though, aren't you?
Well, what happiness? What's happiness?
I'm not even sure myself.
Huh?
I'm not even sure myself.
I know.
I have to talk to this guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'll see you.
See you.
Okay.
I go.
All right.
I go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Ann.
Are you going too?
No, I just got to talk to this person.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's rough. It's like for her to even have that appreciation of life at all after seeing all that shit and just being like, yeah, this is what happened. I'd be like, surprised she hasn't like smoked herself, man.
She seemed very nice
and had a sense of humor. Like was able to joke around and laugh.
Yeah, I was in her house. She made me go in her house before this because she wanted to make me a sandwich.
Really?
Yeah,
that's nice. Did you have a sandwich with her?
I ate the sandwich on the porch with her. I don't want to stay in her house too long.
Yeah,
but I have a picture. I just like she's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, okay. Like she showed me. She was showing me her house, and there was a big picture on the kind of against the wall. I don't think it had a frame. I'll see it right now. And I took a picture of it, and it's her and her husband when they got married.
Wow.
Was she hot?
There it is, right in there. I don't know. Here, I'll make it bigger. I don't know if we can post it.
Probably not.
Because we'd probably get in trouble, right?
Yeah. Tell with old stuff.
I would rattle her out. When
Is she hot?
Why do they both look so tiny?
Yeah, they really
look
she was tiny.
They probably were.
Oh my God.
What?
When you kind of zoom back a little bit, I don't know if it's just the angle that the picture is taken.
They look small?
They look really tiny.
They look like dwarves. It was the angle, but she was probably a short lady too.
I wasn't planning on playing that. You think it's
that
okay
was,
to have the whole thing?
Yeah,
to leave it online? Like when we post this?
Yeah, it's fine. I can leave
But
it.
I thought it kind of related. It just as we were talking about all this stuff, it started reminded me of this.
She witnessed all that shit that's going on right now. But 10 times. Well, I wouldn't say 10 times worse, but worse. She was in a concentration camp, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, and like lost touch with all her family.
Well, that was an incredibly sad part. That when she's like, I don't think my mom even knows where I am right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
at that point,
probably
has to be passed.
Yeah. But I mean, like the idea that her mom, like, they just
lost
went
my
their
kid.
separate ways. Yeah.
I lost my fucking kid.
Yeah, and for her, lost her family.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Lost her. Yeah, and she got on a boat and fucking went to Halifax.
That's insane.
I would like to see her like listen to somebody talk about how like their SUV, the one flap on the bottom's not working the way I thought it would, and like just have her sit there and be like,
yeah.
Oh, that sounds so very bad. I had to take a boat here because I lost my family.
Yeah.
But
go on about your
boat
fucking...
not work either, but we just paddle with our arms.
If that didn't work, somebody used somebody as a paddle. It was really funny.
And then she let this strange man into her house and made him a sandwich. That's cool. You know what? You are a very likable person like that. Like, this old lady just no problem letting you in her house.
Yeah.
And when she wanted to talk.
You could do a podcast like that where you just meet people
That'd
and
actually
have
be pretty
conversations.
cool. Like Manolis with strangers.
Manolis with strangers, yeah.
Actually, I would be okay with that.
Because like that was really
talking.
interesting.
I like trying to pull stuff out of people.
Yeah.
But she would have said that's. It might have went a little bit of a different way if someone else was talking to her, but she would have said all that to anybody. Mm-hmm. She was really lonely, and she was so happy that I was just there.
Yeah,
to talk to.
You said that she had 3 other kids. She had 4 kids and 1 died.
4 kids and 1 died. This one kid died before the husband.
Yeah,
the husband had MS. Is it MS?
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, MS.
And so he died.
Husband was diagnosed first.
But then the son got it when he was like 27 or 28 or something.
Shit.
I don't know if that's young.
Yeah.
Because the husband got it when he was in his 50s, I think.
Yeah.
She was thinking the whole time, like, when does the awful stop? Like every part of her life has been awful.
You know, like she just lived the worst part of her life and life, like with dealing with the a concentration camp and getting away from the Nazis.
Yeah.
Meets a dude, falls in love, has a kid, has 4 kids, I think, but one of them he gets MS, and then the kid gets MS, and then the kid dies before the husband. She's witnessed both of the passing.
Yeah.
Like she lives in her house by herself too. Like the house that she has now is like it's a huge house. Mm-hmm. It's just like
they probably bought it after they got married or something.
Oh, the house is probably worth like I'd say 4, maybe 500,000 easy.
Yeah.
It's fucking mint.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nice house. But yeah, she's probably been paid off. The thing was probably paid off like 30 years ago or something.
Yeah.
How old are her other kids? Did she say?
I think they're all. I don't even like. I think they're all in their like my age probably. Like probably anywhere between 35 and 40 or 50 even.
I want to know more about her now. I don't know. I want to know like what do her other kids do? You should do this other.
We
podcast.
could go and see. I know where she lives.
See if she'll sublet.
Yeah.
Get Dan a place in her kitchen.
We could do a podcast. We could bring this to her. I could talk to her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And do a podcast with her.
That'd be great.
Do you want to do that?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be neat.
I'm definitely up for it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
As long as she's making sandwiches.
I would want to laugh.
Yeah, you couldn't come. I think it would have to be Manolis talking to strangers.
I don't know. I don't think you'd laugh.
He would laugh. He laughs.
You laugh at uncomfortable situations.
Yeah,
because it'd be if she said something else like that, like about a kid blowing up, it'd be so tense that I would laugh. I don't find it funny. I just would laugh.
He laughs in tense situations. It's pretty awkward.
I don't know, buddy. You can figure it out.
How many times have you been yelled at by like anybody about that?
Not really. I mean, I'm good. Like I
smart enough to run away.
Well, I know that it's a terrible thing. Yeah. I'm not. I don't think that
he got in shit at the CFMU meeting, dude. I wasn't there for it.
But that's also partly because I was there with Jordan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we both couldn't be there. It'd have to be one or the other. At least.
I hate those situations where all you think about is laughing.
Yeah, it's like, this would be really inappropriate to laugh right now.
Yeah.
I've done tons of background work where it's like I'm like a cunt hair away from just dying laughing.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, and it's like they go cut, and like I'm like, oh, thank you. Like I'll be like, and like there was a scene where it's like close up on me, right? And I'm like ready to. I've seen it, and I look so serious, but I'm just trying to not cry and laughter because it's such a cheesy. It's all cheesy. Most TV's cheesy.
Most Canadian TV.
So, then I don't know if I can play this because I don't. This guy I might end up working with. The odds of him finding out, I'm not sure. The old guy?
That was fantastic.
I
don't know I wouldn't bother playing that one.
Why?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't because
if you're going to work with him again,
I don't think I'll work with him. I will work with him, but what are the odds of him?
Also, that conversation that we just played was really interesting.
Okay, want to save it for another week?
This one, that guy was. Unless you know what, if you do another job with him again. Just milk him for content, and
but the 10 minutes I got out of him was gold already.
Oh, God,
he was the most boring.
The TMB.
I tell you what, I'll sue them. I told them I'm getting my lawyers involved. He was just
this old guy is like he was also doing background work, and I mean locations with me, but his job was to watch this other area. But for 2 hours, he only stayed with me instead of watching his area, and he talked my ear off for like 2.5 hours. So after about an hour and a half mark. Like I was going the lady I liked. She was at least interesting. This guy was just boring as fuck.
Is it the same day?
This same night.
Oh God.
Yeah, this happens like after. It happens like 2 hours later after she went to bed. But this guy's like after about an hour and a half mark, I was going so crazy. But in the back of my mind, I can't wait to tell my friends about this fucking guy. Right? But then I thought to myself, fuck telling them. I gotta let them hear it. Like it's so the way he was talking was so fucking weird that I couldn't fucking I had to fucking let you hear it.
I love that moment where you're like he was like going on because they're 6 days, that's the rule, and they couldn't see my situation. Like, so what? They couldn't give you an exception? They don't
extension?
Extension. Oh no, only in very 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 rare situations. So did they give you an extension? Yes.
But he was like, a story that had nothing to do with anything. It was just boring as balls. But it was like it was a 5-minute story
about him transferring his ownership.
But it was just so boring that I had to record it to show you guys. But I don't know. You think it's not a good idea to play it?
Well, I mean, the people that you do background work with, some of them,
it's so boring.
It's funny, but I don't know. Maybe at the end of an episode, if we like, Like that way we can be like, that's the end of the episode. But if you want to hear this, here it is. You know.
You want to do it at the end of this one then?
We could do that.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny, but it's just like, holy fuck. Dude. Like you were with this guy for 2 hours.
Yeah. And the idea, I don't know if this could get back to him, and because he's an old dude, right? The odds of getting back to him is probably.
Yeah,
but I'm also Manolis, so the odds of it getting back to him, then he's gonna I can't. I don't like the idea of like him having a nervous breakdown because he's on the fucking internet.
Or worse, he sends his lawyers after us.
Yeah, he did that over nothing. Do any of the people that you do background work with, like the guys that you see regularly, do they listen to the podcast?
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Do you want to hear it?
I don't know.
Do you want to play a minute of it?
A minute, yeah. Let's play a minute of it.
Okay. This guy.
Holy shit, dude! When you were showing me and Mayce at Yucks, I was like, this guy thinks this passes as conversation. He's just saying there's nothing.
He killed me. A little bit of me died.
Yeah, and I wonder.
He wasn't a bad guy.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was a very nice person, but and you know what? How much of that story do you think he embellished to make himself look like he's this cunning guy that won up the DMV?
He was like Anna, except he wasn't in the war, you know? He just wanted to talk. I'm sorry, listeners. This is the most
This is the most boring conversation Moles has ever had.
Then I will come into your office and I'll finish the paperwork.
He's got the ass whistle too, you know.
But I can't sign a document.
It drives me nuts.
It's not legal. Well, sir, you have to do it because you only have 6 days in which to do it. I says, are you going to pay for the fines? No. Then I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to endure
this should be just
fines.
Podcast, really. This guy.
I shouldn't have gotten because you're
they do it on NPR.
So wait a minute. Your ownership's not signed up because.
That's right. That's right. Because I had tried opening a can and cut myself from there to there.
Right.
Actually, you could go like this and open up like this and watch the inside of your thumb from the inside.
We're opening a can of bumblebee tuna.
That bottle right there?
Yeah.
That's how much blood I lost in the first 10 minutes.
Oof. So then you get a cast, and then you got a spike and new bike, but you couldn't sign the owner. You went. They wanted you to sign it, but you said no.
No.
And when you said, what did you say to them?
I said because if I sign it and I get pulled over by a cop, well, just there's a possibility, or something happens, or I get a speeding ticket or go through a red light, and he's going to notice the signature and the signature on my license are not the same signature. Then I will get a ticket from him, and I could be arrested right then and there.
No.
And they didn't care? They argued with you?
Yeah. I said, that's fine. I said, I don't mind. I'll sign it, but I will tell you under duress that I'm going to go see my lawyer.
Why did he even say that?
And then I'm going to the police department. And if they don't okay this, then I'll see you all in court.
You all.
Sorry, Mr. Allen. The other
At any time during this conversation, does he threaten to send a registered letter
we
to
can
anybody?
understand the situation.
No.
And the other guy says, no, he's got to do this. He's only got 6 days. And she said to her, says, no, can you understand his situation? He can't sign legally.
Exactly.
That's not his signature. So if he's pulled over and he takes it to court, you're the one that's going to be, you can't do that. I work for the License Bureau. I says, well, you tell that to the judge.
Yeah.
She said, well, I can't do that. That's improper. I says, well, you have a choice, miss. You're handling the affair here. You make the decision.
But why did you only have 6 days left to sign your bike over?
Well, when you change ownerships, you have 6 days in which to get to the License Bureau to have it changed.
Oh.
And
they're not allowed to give you an extension? That's odd.
They don't under normal circumstances.
Did they give you an extension?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to sign this. and I'm not going to pay for it.
How did you not laugh when you were talking to him?
I
was going crazy.
Mike is already insured, as you can see by my slip.
This is therapy. Right.
I already am a motorcycle rider because you see my license. I'm just switching from one bike to the other. This is the only difference in this whole transaction.
How is he riding a bike if he can't sign a signature when he's riding a motorcycle?
I don't know. Yeah.
Listen. So if you want to start something, let's go into it. By the way, what's phone number? Because I haven't got it. Could you look it up? Well, in Brantford are the famous outfit. So as soon as she heard that,
she knew your business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And okay, when your cast comes off and you do your therapy, then you have got to be in this office to sign for it. I says yes. I will bring. In fact, when I'm signed off therapy, I will bring you the doctor's slip saying I'm back to normal, and you can see it too.
That's amazing.
It's actually not that bad.
Dude, his S's fucking kill me. The whistle on them, and especially because I got the headphones on, so I can hear quite sharp. And I had to put some compression on him.
I'm like, and the thing too is like at a certain point I was actually falling asleep because I'm just sitting in the car.
Yeah.
You tend to, when you do this kind of work, you tend to fade or like pass out and come back and pass because you're sitting there for like 10 hours. Yeah. But I was doing it while he was talking to me.
Were you in your car at this point?
Yeah, at this point I'm in my car and he's talking.
Or is he talking to the window?
He's talking to the window. So I was like, I thought if I got in my car, he'd like go, okay, I might as well go to where I'm supposed to be located, right? Nope. He just stood. I was like trapped in my car now, and he's just talking through my window, and he did something. He made me roll down my window because I thought, okay, I'll get in my. It's like I'm really tired. I'm just gonna sit in my car. This has already been an hour and a half of fucking listening to him. And then he's like, "Oh, hang on." It's like, and I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, and another thing, and just keeps.
And then he went into the DMV.
Yeah,
thing. That was his closer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. No, there's more. There's another story right after that, which is like about some being mad at someone because they wanted him to do something on the internet instead of like filling out the forms for your driver's license or something.
Oh, you told. Yeah.
But it had to do with,
heard this, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it's the next thing. But it has to do with like. He wants to do paper. He doesn't want to do it on the internet because he's old school, right? He's old. So they're like, no, you have to do it on the computer. Well, then I'm going to have to get my lawyer because it's against the law.
This guy's lawyer is probably like, fuck.
There's no lawyer.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lawyer.
He probably does. He probably has a lawyer that he calls just for legal advice and doesn't get. Like he doesn't give like a retainer or anything.
He didn't want to hear. He just did not like. I just knew him too well. There was a third guy involved earlier, and he was like he was taking over that guy's shift. So I could tell like he was like some people like when they're talking, they just wait. They dominate. They don't want even anything you have to say is not important at all. Yeah. I knew that was it. Like if I wanted to tell him a story, it would be impossible. There's no way he would listen to it. He'd be like, and then go back to his story.
Yeah.
But like he just like it was all that story. He did the same story 100 times, and I was like, yeah, I was sitting there, and I'm like, passing out, and he's coming to, and he won't miss a beat.
I really think you should have just let yourself fall asleep.
I know. That's why I was like, I didn't know what to think. Like I didn't know like what would happen. Like I was like, I felt like. He would take it the wrong way and just automatically think like I'm trying to get rid of him, which I would be like.
But if it was legitimate, like if you were passed out clearly in the car,
I don't think he would stop.
You got people like that. Fuck it, break it up into like 12 episodes and make money off of it. Like, if he's gonna be an asshole, but
in my head, I was like, I had these moments of like where I'm like, I just want to, dude, like, are you fucking kidding me? It's been fucking 2 hours of this. Are you fucking kidding me? Can you, dude, just fucking go. Just go, please. go! Like, that's all I felt. That's all I wanted, like, inside. That was screaming, just, why don't you just do it? Do it! Yell at him!
Dude, next time you're in a situation like that, call me. I'll grab the shit, and then we'll
He wasn't a bad guy.
I'm not saying, no, well, yeah, but interview him. We can get content. That was funny. That was fun.
Oh, he'll do that. Yeah, I have proof.
That's
I've lived it.
But for his ego, that would be amazing if we just set up shop around him, start interviewing, because you can tell he's got.
If I brought him here to do this podcast, he'd be like, he would not clue in.
Don't bring him here.
But like
then he'll know where this place is.
Yeah, show up all the time.
Yeah,
but he wouldn't clue in. He'd be like, oh, these guys want to hear everything. They want to hear my life story.
that's exactly it. Yeah,
We'll tell him we're doing an expose on the DMV.
yeah.
Like, it was like, it was one of those moments as he's talking to me. It's like, it's like where you have that moment of weakness of yourself and going, I've made some bad choices in my life. Like, if things worked out better, I wouldn't be on the fucking road at 2:30 in the morning talking to this stranger, telling me about his story about the fucking DMV. That goes nowhere.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think there's those people in every walk of life. Like, they just won't shut up with stuff. And just like, I know, I get it, but fuck.
And I wanted I was like almost thinking, like, because, hey, do you want to sit in the car with me, Ann?
Yeah.
Like she was great.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted her to sit like a steakhouse. Steakout. Not a steakhouse.
You could-
Steakhouse.
I was so confused.
We're going to go to a
What
steakhouse.
steakhouse have you been going to?
Yeah.
It's just you
That's
eat
a
steak
shit.
in a car with an old lady.
Like we're two cops watching a street.
That would be the best buddy cop movie, you and Ann.
Me and Ann just fucking.
You guys, you private eyes, private detectives. Yeah. She just goes and
Underlying sexual tension.
Manolis finally rattles her out.
I think it'd be funny to have a stakeout with that guy, because the whole time he'd just be like, be like, and I don't know, this guy came the wrong way, and I put a lean on his house so fast, made his head spin. Like, just to have hearing that shit.
He'd blow his cover.
You use them to get information out of like prisoners.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's torture. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You're like, Gus, I need you to talk to this guy until he tells us where the missiles are.
Waterboard or this guy?
Just
I'll do the waterboard. I don't
Just
care.
talk to him. Oh, what? Just talk to him. Tell him
a story.
Tell him any story. Just go.
Tell him about your day.
Yeah.
Like, it's a projectile or
Did
something.
you eat
like,
a sandwich?
go,
Did you eat a sandwich today?
Yeah, I did actually.
Well, did I? But you're not going to believe what happened when I tried to buy it.
That's like the conversational equivalent to setting the fuse on a bomb and walking away. Like, literally just like that.
I would have told if I was in a chair and you, like, I don't care what the information is that you need out of me, I would have told you. I would have told you anything you needed to know. I would give up my mother to get this guy to stop fucking talking.
That's insane.
But you hear, like, at the point, finally, the only time you like. That's the only time you hear joy in my voice, because I knew I was recording him.
Yeah, yeah.
So at that point, I was just like, really?
Exactly.
Exactly. And then I'm like, like at the end of the story, I was like, that's amazing. Amazing.
Knowing that you're to yourself that you're just saying that because you've got it recorded.
I'm like, amazing. I have this on tape, and my friends now will believe me. It's like me telling you guys about, like, I have a hot supermodel girlfriend. It's like, but you never see her. It's like, sure you do, Manolis. No, I have the proof. It's right here.
So Gus is your hot supermodel?
Yeah, in this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah. Hot supermodel aboard him, I guess.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say we should do the plugs now. Well,
yeah,
we're
I was
at
going
2
to ask
hours.
where we are.
I got to split soon.
Okay, well, do you want to just do the plugs and end it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I got a plug for Gavin. Here it is. So I'm promoting Gavin Stephens' CD taping. It's going to be October 10th at 8 p.m. at the Staircase Theater. You guys remember that?
Yep.
Listeners, it's free to get in. I think I'll be doing a spot. I think I'm opening up the show maybe. And I would like to promote Keith Pedro. Is that how you say his name properly?
Yeah. Pedro.
Does anybody know how to spell fucking Pedro?
Pedro. Yeah.
He is a comedian. He's Filipino, but he's a funny fucking
He
dude.
killed it on Thursday at Showgasm.
Yeah, he was on Showgasm show with Patrick Coppolino's Showgasm, and he was like awesome. He was great riffer, great comedian, just a great and a good person.
Yeah, nice guy.
If I'm promoting you as a comic, it's because you. The ones I pick are always because they're funny, and I like them as people.
Yeah, Keith a really nice guy.
I would just like to plug the Bad Reception podcast, which is Jordan Scherer.
Perfect.
His new podcast is just him talking to a microphone, and it's really funny. That's on iTunes.
iTunes, and it's also on Stitcher.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to promote Comedy at Kaylee. By the time this comes out, we would have had the first one upstairs, so it went well. I'll just say that now. The show was awesome. Brian O'Gorman killed, and then we got it. It's every Monday. New menu. We got vodka-infused cotton candy, which I'm pretty stoked for. Yeah, it's going to be a weekly show still. Headliner, 4 features, or 4 guests, and then 2 lotto spots for anyone that wants to come check it out. It's 9 o'clock on 107 George Street in Hess Village.
I don't have too much to plug other than the fact that we just got confirmation that we can do the live podcast for Girls Night Out, and the possible dates are Tuesday 11th or Sunday the 16th of November, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
So we'll be selling tickets.
Is that the message you sent me about?
Yeah.
What do you mean live?
Well, we do. It's kind of like a
doing
staircase.
the show.
What are the possible dates, and where is this going to be at Mills?
It's Mills Hardware. I actually have been talking to the owner about doing a show there.
Cool.
So like a monthly show or a weekly show, and he's really interested in doing live podcasts from that place. So he's super pumped about it.
Wicked. Maybe we could.
Get it more regular.
Sponsorship or something.
Yeah, he wants regular too.
Because that would be wicked.
Yeah. So that's Tuesday 11th of November or Sunday 16th of November.
Yeah, we should probably pick a date.
Yeah. For sure.
Or
I don't know which day is better for comedy reasons. So
what was the other day?
Tuesday and a Saturday. So it's 11th and 15th. There's also another
15th
day
that would work. 11th is Remembrance Day. I don't know if that would.
Yeah, maybe not.
Anyways, we can talk about this.
Yeah. Cool.
And follow us on Facebook and Twitter, GNO Podcast, and the website, girlsnightoutpod.com. Is that it?
Yeah, episode 81.
All right. See you guys later.
See ya.